Hey guys, so you may have seen this SMC Emperor in one of my restore videos. I was debating whether or not to pick it up. I can't remember if I decided on camera whether or not to pick it up or not, but I ended up picking it up, as you can see. Hey Metal Pete, move the lamp meter a little bit more into frame, just a little bit, and then maybe up a little bit closer.
The lamp meter, it's a new thing.
Good enough, yeah. So I ended up getting it because either I can use it for parts, or I can keep it complete, or I can sell or trade it complete. Because I still have a couple A-52s, and I love A-52s that need parts. Also, this is the exact same fan we had in my dining room as a child. It replaced the Cool Breeze 5-blade hugger that my dad bought when I was a baby. And I never really liked that hugger. Although in hindsight, it was pretty cool, pun not intended. But I convinced him to replace it with this when I was a little older. And it hung there until they accidentally turned it on a dimmer switch. And that long story, I've probably told it in past videos. But it ended up frying the capacitor, and so I just parted out the whole fan. And I wish that I hadn't. But anyhow, same exact fan, same canopy, same light kit. Everything about it was identical. Although I think we put a forearm light on it instead of the schoolhouse with like truffle shades, the generic shades. So Metal Pete's ready to go, as you can't tell. So go ahead and hit the switch. This is low.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, these have stamp motors, but they're very heavy stamp motors. They're good fans. They move a lot of air. They tend to be pretty quiet. They don't usually do well in solid state.
Okay, so 0.3
I
amps.
wish I hadn't sold the one I had.
Yeah. Nice slow low speed, which I always really liked.
You know, it's drawing a little more current than a lot of
that's a
low.
classy low speed.
It is.
Really nice.
12 watts.
So really low power factor.
Tell you what,
Yep.
this would be a perfect fan for like an old family Italian restaurant.
That's true.
Yeah.
Bunch of these in a nice, yeah, exactly.
A bunch of those on low.
Yeah.
Okay. It came with a tassel too, not this one, the one that I got from my parents' dining room.
Okay.
There's Metal Pete in the camera, you can see him.
Either an Italian restaurant or some kind of sports bar.
There actually is a sports bar in Madison that's got a bunch of Emperors, although they're not this version, they're newer. And they've got they got like a myriad fans. I've got a video of them actually. They've got like Emperors and some newer Hunters and some SMCs and
0.62.
And they also have a damn good burger.
57 watts.
I like damn good burgers.
I know, it's not the best burger in the city, but it's on my list.
And 0.75 power factor, so 3/4.
A little higher.
Well, if you're Richard Moss, it's an Imperior.
That's true, the Imperiors. The Imperiors and the originals.
Yeah.
What does Adam call these? Because Adam has weird pronunciations for a lot of fans, too.
Yeah.
I can't remember what Adam calls these. Adam calls Zephyrs Zephyrs.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you're Jean Lemieux, it's Zifia.
Well, yeah, we
Jean who?
Jean Lemieux, Jean Le French douche.
Oh.
Yeah, he's an asshole collector from French Canada.
Oh, I heard about him.
Yeah, he's quite the dick.
I mean, yet he's got cool fans.
Oh, he's got some very cool fans, because there's not a lot of collectors in Canada, and there's a lot of fans that are unique to Canada. It's really too bad that he's a dick, because I like his collection, but he really is not a nice person.
Canadian you'll ever meet. Yeah.
Well, French Canadians are a different category, because, you know, they have both the dullness of being Canadian and the obnoxiousness of being French.
Okay. So 0.77 watts.
Yep.
And power factor of closer to 1.
Ontario or something. Well, went to Winnipeg.
Up there to Winnipeg, eh?
So almost power factor 1.
You get some poutine, bud.
So 0.72 amps. I'm gonna spin down.
Don't you know the Canadian accent's kind of similar to the Minnesota accent, you know? Go up there in the north.
Yeah, I was noticing that. I was watching a video with Caitlin. She's got that kind of almost Canadian accent.
I didn't even notice that because I'd spent the day in Minnesota, so I kind of gotten used to it. I didn't even notice that she had an accent. But you know, the Midwestern accents there, you know, people talk like that when you go up there. Oh, geez.
I've realized that you don't have much of a Midwestern accent.
I don't, and it's probably because I've lived in the
Why?
South so much, so I've kind of everything's kind of blended together.
You become neutralized.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm also from southern Wisconsin, which is not quite in the thick of all that. But my
Yeah.
mom's side of
I hear it when you say Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. But both of my parents' families are from Appleton, Wisconsin, which is a little bit more there. And then my mom's parents briefly lived in Albert Lee, Minnesota, which is right in the thick of it. Up there in Minnesota.
As a Midwesterner, can you tell if I have a southern accent?
You do not.
No, I can't hear
That's what
that.
I thought.
You do not have a southern accent.
I usually hear that more in Alabama, actually.
Oh, I mean, anywhere in the South, you can have.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I bet people from Iowa that had Southern accents, which is hilarious to me. I'm like, you do realize you're not from the South, right? I mean, Larry the Cable Guy is from Nebraska.
Yeah. That was a long spin down.
Yeah,
Yeah, but his southern accent is fake.
I've heard that.
You're done. Okay, that's reverse low. Slightly lower than forward low.
Into the sting.
0.29.
I wonder if
And
it's going to draw more on high.
that's a good question. We'll find out. 11.
Don't you mean we'll find oot?
That's more Canadian sounding.
Where's your family from, Metal Pete? Are they originally from Wisconsin, or?
Let's see. My mom is. My dad's a Minnesota guy.
So Metal Pete might have a little bit of it in him.
Yeah, my dad's a Minnesota raised.
Yeah, Metal Pete is like the anti-Dan. He's got a thick Midwestern accent.
Really? I don't hear it.
Yeah.
Might be a blend of.
Oh yeah, SMC Emperor.
I don't hear it.
I do.
There's a fan collector I used to trade fans with when I was younger.
0.32.
Really nice guy. I haven't heard from him in years, though. I thought I found his Facebook profile, and I added him, and I don't think he ever answered. But we used to trade fans when we were kids, and I got some of my cooler fans from him back then. He lived in Minnesota.
Oh,
What'd you say?
More wobble on
Wobble.
reverse.
Yeah. He lived somewhere in the middle of nowhere, Minnesota. His name was Josh Sellner. And he had the thickest Midwestern accent I've ever heard that was not like somebody making fun of Midwesterners. You know? And so I just remember having these phone conversations with him and just thinking like, okay, he's not doing that on purpose, right? He's not doing that to be funny. That's actually how he talks. Like, it was so thick.
50 watts on medium and
So
0.71.
the power factor is a
a
little
little
bit
lower.
Yeah, in reverse. And, yeah, I got my first Pro line from him, my first 4-blade Pro line. It was in his school.
Which kid was it?
His name was Josh Sellner. And I got my first friction drive Newton from him.
Can you do like an imitation of him?
No, I don't remember specifically. I can just do my generic Midwestern accent imitation, which, you know, is
Right.
you know.
Beer, man.
I don't know what Metal Pete's doing. I really
Beer,
don't.
that's Wisconsin beer.
He's being Metal Pete.
He is being Metal Pete, that's true.
Okay, let's see what's drawing.
He has some very Metal Pete.
0.68,
So it's less.
Less on high reverse.
Much Pete, very metal.
Yes.
70 watts and power factor.
So a little slightly lower power factor,
Yep.
too. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah. One of either the blade brackets is badly bent or the blades is badly warped. I didn't look close enough to see which it was. Both.
Yeah.
But it did not create any drastic wobble on forward, so we didn't bother to balance it, you know, in the interest of time.
Come on, you know we need that death wobble.
Whose term is death wobble? Is that Andrew's term?
There's an SMC Emperor up on offer earlier today.
Alright, time for decade box.
Yeah, go ahead.
1,
2.
2, still nothing. 3.
So is this the last stand of the night?
I don't know.
I guess not. If Metal Pete says I don't know, then that means no. He's got at least one more in him.
Oh no, he's got something in mind.
Yeah, he probably does.
That's
What do you got in
4.
mind, Metal Pete?
I'm thinking, since we did all our J-hook stuff, is that gonna stall it?
Looks like it.
Okay, I'm gonna go to 5 then. I was at 4. Okay, it's now aesthetic. So this one is kind of a pig. A little bit.
Who are you calling a pig?
The fan's the pig, not nobody
Yeah,
here
I can
is.
see one of the irons is twisted the other way.
Yeah, and I think one of the blades is a little warped too. It might be the same one, actually. It's this one that's passing right now, that one.
Yeah.
I think the blade is warped and the iron is bent.
It might be out of clock too.
It's actually not out of clock. It's just bent downward, actually. I can see it.
Yeah.
So it's just twisted the other way.
Yeah. And what's it drawing on 5.21?
Yeah.
But it's pretty slow, but it's a good aesthetic.
Yeah, I like
What do you
that.
think
Low.
of it?
There, I would have taken it on myself to balance it.
Right.
Well, you're welcome to come and hang out and help anytime you like.
Yeah.
My door is always open except when it's closed.
I have impressed people with how much of an eye I have for bent blade brackets.
Well, I'll tell you what
That's
then.
good.
You will, instead of utilizing you here where your talents will be largely wasted, you can come and balance all the fans in the museum.
Okay.
That won't take forever.
Okay, here's 6.
Yeah, it totally won't take forever.
Okay, here's 7.
Yeah, there's a lot that wobble enough that it still bothers me,
Yeah.
but I just don't have enough time.
8.
As much as I can try, I can't guarantee that a blade bracket will
Matching
not snap.
factory low right here with 0.3 amps and that seems to be the speed that it was going on, factory low
Yeah.
there, and that 8.
Well, how many blade brackets have you snapped in your lifetime?
10.
None recently, because I'm very careful.
I didn't say recently. I said in your lifetime.
Yeah.
Unless it was on purpose. I've never snapped one on accident, like if I was down for the fan.
I don't know why you'd snap one on purpose, but you know.
Yeah.
Even blade brackets that are known to snap, I've even been able to get them back into place.
Yeah.
The blade brackets system and Harvard
Okay, what am I on? 12,
You
37?
just gotta have the right touch. That's what she said.
Yeah, it's really true because you gotta remember that what
13.
you're doing is essentially heating up the metal, you know, with the friction.
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
14.
That's why I do it like really slowly, and I do it like a little
15.
bit at a time to make sure I don't break anything.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah,
17.
okay, the last blade arm that I broke
18.
was on a 42-inch M-Cord original.
19.
I have only
and
broken.
20. So, if you were to use a wall control with this, you know, I would.
Yeah, 8, 12, 20.
Yeah, 8, 12, 20 to get reasonable speeds. Because this is high medium
Yeah.
right here on 20.
Well, in response to what Christian
This
was.
thing was badly messed up.
Yeah.
It was DOA basically.
I've only
21.
broken one blade arm in the museum.
5.
Matt, remember when we got your
30.
record in 1980?
There's too many conversations happening at the same
All
time.
the blades were bent up like a Charles.
31.
Yep.
35.
I'll take the blade arms off.
And I'm gonna just max it out.
We're still a ways away.
Yeah, maxed out at 40 microfarads.
I am really shocked at how rigid, like early 2000s Hunter blade arms are. Oh yeah.
There are some blade arms that you can just crank on them and they don't seem to ever break.
You can't. The blades will break way before you break those brackets.
Twist the arm a little bit so the blade is steeper pitched. Yeah, there you go.
I remember that blade arm.
I gave it a shot.
He gave it a little bit. Okay, let's do a solid state.
Solid state. Just for grins, I know you.
Off of it and dangled off of it.
The only way you're ever going to get it right again is you can get up on a ladder and eyeball it.
That's what I did. And I got it perfect.
Already.
So-
It's already high current draw when
Yeah.
I just
I can see
Is that all the way at the bottom on the solid state?
No.
Oh, okay.
check this out. I'm gonna start again with that just to show you what it does.
Okay.
Just to show my example.
I can't seem to figure out why this Firebird thing wobbles. The blades aren't really.
All right, it's all the way down right now.
Could be a weight discrepancy.
Yeah, I've tried that.
And it's
Points.
climbing. Yeah.
Yeah, 0.34 already, and I.
Your
Yeah.
mom's climbing.
So what I was trying to say before, I've only broken one blade arm in the museum. The original blade arms to the turkey vent fan were badly mangled, and
oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah, I was like, it was like 3 a.m, and I was too tired to be working on stuff, but I wanted to finish, and I wasn't as careful as I would normally be, and they were really badly mangled, and yeah, I broke one, and then I spent the whole next day hitting restores until I found an arm that fit, which was really lucky.
Yeah.
And then I bought the arms at the restore and left them on the counter. So then I had to go all the way back. Well, no, I didn't have to go all the way back. Tom Ubered them to me. You know? Because I was like, I don't have time to go back. What should I do, Tom? And Tom was like, I'll just Uber them. And so an Uber driver literally brought us blade arms. It was pretty cool.
That is crazy.
But yeah, things get very interesting very quick at Fanimation. But the only blade arm, it's pretty quiet. This is doing better on a solid state than I expected. The only blade arm in the museum that's like been an issue is one of the cleaning crews, and I don't remember which one. We've had a few over the years, and I like the current one. One of the cleaning crews broke a blade arm on the Encon 6 blade, which is why on one of the group trips it only had like 4 blades or 2 blades or something. And Kim Frank JB welded it. And it's
held ever since.
Yeah, it's held ever since. What he did is he put a metal brace in the middle of the JB weld, so it's not like it's just JB weld. It's braced and it's JB welded. Yeah, well, Kim Frank can fix anything. So.
Okay, 0.73, so very close to factory high to straight high. So.
Okay. So all we got left is 0 to high.
Yes.
And then Metal Pete will disclose what he has in mind, because remember, he never answered the question about what he had in mind.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, we've never answered it.
I know, he's holding us in suspense.
Okay, 0 to high. We go to the test ring. Watch a meter.
Fan Twilight Zone.
Really no inrush to this. Not much, barely. Barely an inrush, so this is actually not a bad fan.
No, these are great fans. I mean, these brown motor SMCs are very good fans, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
Some of the black motor ones are good.
Brown motor SMCs, black motor SMCs suck.
Well, that F-52 I have that I tried to sell and nobody bought at the museum, the white and stencil one, that is an amazingly good fan. I'm really shocked at how good of a fan that is. And it's a black motor. I swore it was a brown motor until I looked at it because it performed like a black one. So maybe it's just the color, you know? Who knows?
Okay, but that's all the tests we got on this.
Okay, well that's it for this fan, so we'll find out what we're doing next in a moment.
Okay.